What do you get when you cross a great pint with great conversation? You get my new video podcast series, A Pint and a Chat. I'm loving what I'm going to be doing here over the next several weeks. What I'm going to be doing is going to local businesses in the East End, which is where I live and where I call home, and talking to businesses about why their business is successful in our community. Why am I doing this, you're asking? I'll tell you. Because that's the first question I get asked by buyers. Every time I'm showing buyers homes in the community, the first question they ask me is, well, what are the bars like? What are the restaurants like? What are the shops like? What are the schools like? What better way to answer those questions than by meeting with the local businesses, talking to them, sitting down with them, having them tell our community why their business is successful. I'm telling you, you cannot miss this series. It's going to be great. We're going to go into a number of bars, pubs, shops, every time with a pint, and every time getting answers straight from the horse's mouth. Please tune in. You will not be disappointed. Okay, how are you, my friends? Here we are, week 4 of A Pint and a Chat. Can you believe that it's been 8 weeks already? Every second week we've been putting out an episode. Today I'm super excited for a couple reasons. One, I'm interviewing my friend. 2, it's a friend that I've known for over 20 years, which is kind of aging me a little bit, but it's all good. Yeah. And 3, he's the owner of my local. So today we're going to be talking to Shane Ryan, owner of Breakwall, where I've been shooting most of the videos anyway. So we're going to get right into it because Shane has a lot to say. So Shane, my friend, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
So, you're supposed to sip after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do your sip. All right, my friend. So, you're a beacher through and through, born and raised in the area.
Yeah.
So, it's silly to say why did you choose the beaches to run your business because it's for obvious reasons. Mm-hmm. But, straight off, how many places have you ran in the beaches? Like, how many pubs and bars have you either managed or been a part of since? Yeah,
well, about 27 years now.
Yeah.
So down in the beaches, started in the early 90s at the Glen Evis Inn. That was down at the East End on Silver Birch and Queen.
Yep.
Started there as a busser, but from there I went to Fitzgerald's. I was there for a long term. And then I went to Quigley's in the beach. I helped open the St. Louis across the street at Kenilworth and Queen. And then I knew that I needed to open my own place after that. So I've been here now at Breakwall for going on 10 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, we did our 10-year anniversary last year, so this is our 11th summer.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, we did 3 customer appreciation parties last year. You know, I'm good with the customers. I appreciate. So we actually did 3. We did in the beginning of May, and then 1 in the middle, and then a patio closing.
Okay, all right.
We always like to do 1 each year.
Yeah. So, okay, so I mean, I met you back in Fitzy's, which was another lifetime. So Fitzgerald's, which was a pub at the far east end of the beaches, a great little spot that Shane ran, and God, you had Deer Hunter there, which was like my favorite game back in the day.
Buck Hunter,
sorry. Jesus Christ. But it was amazing.
Yeah.
So you went from that, and then you opened Breakwall. So for those of you that don't know, Breakwall is, I mean, it's a barbecue and smokehouse. So how did you go from all that to saying, I'm going to open a barbecue smokehouse? Like, what was the thought process behind it?
I enjoyed the barbecue, but my dad, who got me mostly into the industry because he's a great musician down here. He's an amazing blues singer. His name's Clint Ryan. And he first got me my first job, and we used to do an event in Picton called Clint Stock.
Okay,
and
that's pretty cool,
right? And we'd build a stage and cook food.
Yeah.
And the last year that we were there, this is probably about 12 or 13 years ago, I rented a long barrel-rolled smoker, and I tried smoking some whole pigs and chickens for the party.
Oh God!
Right, and in Picton, it was a great event and live music, and it's kind of like the vibe I love about the bar industry, right? But it was outside, but live music and drinking and good food. And I really loved the flavors and what came out, and people enjoyed it, and they liked the process. It's a longer process. It's a process with a lot of work, a lot of time. You got to make all your own rubs and watch your temperatures and things like that.
Yep.
But I wanted to bring it to the beaches, and I knew it was an up-and-coming thing, barbecue, about 2010, and there wasn't much in the area for it. So I came up with Breakwall BBQ. I used to live on Nursewood, so I like the name of the breakwalls on the beach. Some people don't know, but those rocks down there are called breakwalls.
Yeah.
So we came up with Breakwall BBQ, and we slowly started building a clientele with our food, with low and slow smoked meats and flavors, and bringing it into a lot of the flavors into our other dishes as well. Focusing on the barbecue, but then bringing some beaches traditional items that I've worked with over the years too, pastas, salads, and things like that, and proteins. But it took a while, and then now we've got a great clientele and great customer base, and we try to provide the best quality product that we can.
Nice. Okay. So, I mean, I've eaten here plenty of times, mainly drink here. Fair enough. But, I mean, one of the reasons why I continue to come back, I mean, we're mates. That's obviously number one. But also your staff. Everyone goes on about how great the staff is here. Absolutely. So explain to me kind of what you look for with the staff that you bring. I know you have a summer crew that takes, because you're slammed in the summer, and then you have your full-time staff that are here all the time. Like, what's the thought process behind the people that are behind you?
Yeah, like we call it our core staff.
Yeah.
Right. So through the winter months, and also still through the summer, and the people that we have to trust to train the new and keep the quality through the January, February months and things like that. But we look for local. Beachers are close to the area, people who will know people in the neighborhood, trustworthy, hardworking, but really it stems from when they come and they work with me and they work with us and our team, they stay.
Yep.
Because we provide, like our slogan is welcome home, right? And we don't only say that to the customers, but we want our staff to feel that way. Yeah. So when they come, it's a big family. And once you're part of the family, you never leave. Right? We take care of you, they take care of us, and we work together as a team to create the best possible customer experience that we can. Because your summer crew that comes, right? I mean, most of them are in university and they go away, but they come back pretty much every year. That's it. I mean, there's so many pubs to work at, but they come back to here. Yeah, exactly. And we keep in touch. Like even in the wintertime, I do a big Christmas party for them all. You know, even when they're off in university, they come back still and we reconnect during Christmas. Yeah. And we hang out together, right? And we talk about, what's going on in each other's lives, but we're closer than just staff. Yeah. And that's the difference too with me as an owner is I don't put myself up there. I'm one of them. Yeah. I work with them and I'm cooking and we have a great time together. But the summertime crew is great for me and them because they've learned the ropes here. They know the menu, they know the customers, and they're fun to, it's great to come back, and we have a big patio out front, and we crush a great summer together. Nice. So they make great money, and so do I. Perfect. And okay, so I'm going to circle back a little bit. So obviously you wanted to do the slow, steady for the smoking and everything else. So how many smokers do you have, and how? Like for a rack of ribs, how long is it smoked for and that kind of thing, right? Yeah, so we've got a 450-pound capacity Southern Pride smoker. It's converted to an all-log smoker. It's natural hickory wood that we process ourselves. Okay. I actually just came back yesterday, as I was telling you, so I drive to Picton, Ontario, and I cut down my own hickory trees and process it there in the woods and bring it back. Bring it back, truck and trailer. I didn't even know that. That's amazing. Yeah, so I can show you later. In the back, we have our wood stack, so we don't use pellets. And a lot of people use a hopper and pellet system and purchase their rubs, and kind of creates all the same flavor. Yeah. Where we're set apart a bit. We process our own wood. It's all fresh hickory. It's under 4 months cut. We make all of our own rubs for all of our meats. And it was kind of there's a basic low and slow rule if you want to know how many pounds a piece of meat, and you can kind of figure it out if you've been a chef or a cook for a long time. But it's a process. It took many years to get it perfect. Yeah. Right. So our pork butts and our briskets go in every night for about 18 hours, low and slow, around 200 degrees. But we've come up with a secret in the middle of the night that I can't really express here. Okay. But for the basics, it goes for about an 18-hour smoke. And these are large cut meats. They're between 16 and 20 pounds a piece. So it takes a long time, and they can cook together. In the morning when we come in, we do all of our small cuts. So we do our back ribs for 3.5 hours. Then we put our sausages in, then our smoked wings, then our tenderloin, right? And our flank steak. So we do a lot of different meats in it throughout the day. It runs about 24 hours a day, the smoker. And it's pretty good. It's 450-pound capacity, and we figured out a way to be able to smoke enough.
Yep.
If we had more room, we'd probably put a second one. But right now, it's working just perfectly. So we love it.
Sounds amazing. I mean, and the portions, I mean, I need to say, okay, look, I mean, you see me. I'm a big dude. And I'll tell you right now, a portion, a plate that comes on the table, I have never finished in full. I've always taken leftovers, mainly because I don't want to look like a slob. But you get a ton of food with your portions.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, is there a reason you guys did that? Like, I mean, because there's other pubs and restaurants in the beaches, and the servings are good, but your guys are mammoth.
We've one thing we've figured out over the years, and I've figured out, is the processing. So we figured out a way how to always have juicy meat continuously from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, without trying to keep it at a holding temperature.
Okay.
And the way that we've also done it is we've been able to cut it and portion it to exact sizing and portions. So you're never going to get an undersized portion or an oversized, but we've put it up a little bit, a little notch because of that, because we're able to portion control. So brisket, normally, you're going to get 3/4 of a pound per order, which when you're talking about protein, it's quite a bit. You get a side and a sauce and stuff from the side, but and also the large cuts like our ribs. We source everything's sourced locally. All of our meats all come from Ontario, and the ribs are all between a 4 and a 6 pound back rib. So they come about 2 times the size as a normal restaurant or a franchise would buy. Ours are sourced large so they can withhold the time, the low and slow time, because they lose weight in the smoker. So they can survive that, and then we can still serve a half rack as a 2 pound, 1.5 to 2 pound half rack.
Jesus,
ribs, right? So
nice. Okay, and so your patio, which you have your small patio, which is right in front of the bar, and then you also have Dying TO, which is during COVID, give back to the community, build these patios outside onto the streets. You guys started when it happened, and you're going to continue this year. And I know there's a little bit of an uproar because some pubs are being told by the city of Toronto there's more money involved in order to do it now. But you guys are going to go through with it anyway, because, I mean, I've been here in the summer, and yours is always rammed to begin with. Little side note, I'm sponsoring it this year, so watch out for my signs. They'll be everywhere.
That's right.
But anyway, so you chose to do it anyway. So can you talk a little bit about that and why you decided?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cafe TO program.
Cafe TO. God damn it. Why didn't you correct me before we got on air?
Cafe TO program. Great program. A lot of places definitely suffered. Some places closed during COVID. It was great to implement the patios and outdoor space that people have done all over the world for years. And I've always wondered and seen, like, why can't we do that here? And the fact that they brought it has been great. And there's some figuring out that has to be done. Obviously, some people don't like it, some people love it. But for the businesses, and especially in small BIAs and little communities, I think it's more about bringing people to the area and the business side of things, and the people and the people that are employed by these businesses, and keeping them going and keeping them surviving, than it is to do with traffic. Some people don't like about the traffic. I say, hey, you go drive up on Kingston Road or somewhere else, but we need these patios. Now we've chose to do it again. We're reducing our size a little bit just to prepare for the extra costs. They're not too much, I'd say, but I think what they will help with is deterring people who aren't going to use the patios or the size that they've committed to, reduce it to something that can be functionally used all the time.
Okay.
Right? So we're reducing it a little bit this year, not just because of price, but because of operational costs and how hard it is to operate we extended our dining space by 100%. So we went from 95 seats to 205. And with that, it takes a lot more staff and a lot more work. But the experience is amazing, and the amount of volume that you can do is something that we've never seen. We never thought we would see it down here in such a small community, in such a small building. But now it's changed the game.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic, and we love to decorate it, and we fully staff it. It's open morning to night. It's never closed, and we always keep it going. And this year, I think you'll see fewer places doing it. People who just wanted to kind of put it there but didn't really use it, I don't think will do it as much. So there'll probably be a lot more space and parking. But the ones that do it, I think are going to try a lot harder, make it look a lot nicer, and it'll be busy a lot longer.
The one that I'm sponsoring will look fantastic.
The one you're sponsoring is going to be the best patio down here.
Patio down here.
1910 Queen Street East.
Exactly.
Breakwall BBQ.
Exactly. Okay, so you talked about your capacity here. You said it's 95 on the inside, yeah? Is that what the upstairs here where we are?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that the upstairs, obviously, during the day it's not used as much, but in the evenings it's pretty busy.
Yeah, we use it as our second dining room. We always fill the first floor next to the bar and the easier service area first, and where people really want to be the most probably is in the front. But a lot of people do like to dine up here, so when they do want to come up, we will open it as they wish.
Yeah.
But we use it. It fills second. The seating up here is more. Right downstairs, we've got 25 seats. Up here, we've got close to 35 seats. A little bit more space. A little further away from the bar, but it's a great spot. It fills for all the concerts now. We've got the history venue as well. So
that's right.
One or two concerts a week, is always jammed up here. The weekends it's very full. And if you ever want a private party or do a function up here, it's available. Just give us a call or an email and we'll book it up for you. There's no cost to book. We just figure out a menu. We do a custom menu and amount of people. We like to do over 20 if you want it private, but you can always just reserve a large table as well. We've got seating up here for one group. If you want to just reserve for dinner, you can sit up to 14 people at a table, which a lot of places down on the beaches don't have the capacity to sit that many people at one table. So we have one whole wall, and anytime you want to do a party or an event, just give us a call or an email. Okay.
So, I mean, in closing with everything, because again, like I'm a little biased because this is my local and I love this place, right? So, but in closing, the food is great. The beers are cold. The drinks are always, the staff is amazing. Is there anything that you want to tell people who may not know about Breakwall, who've been living under a rock or live in the West End, who come to the East End in the summer for the beach, right? And they may not know about Breakwall. Is there anything you want them to know about your spot?
I think we've said a lot of it already, but locally sourced meats, fresh ingredients, great staff, quality service.
You're on Uber Eats too.
Yeah, we're on Uber Eats if you want delivery. I've been a local restaurateur down here and part of the business community down here for about 27 years. And if you haven't been here yet, please come and try the food and enjoy it. And like I said, our slogan's welcome home. So come on down, meet the staff, try the food. Customer service and great experience is what we pride on. That's a whole point of why we're in business and what I do.
Yep.
And I'd love to see everybody and come check it out. 1910 Queen Street East.
1910 Queen Street East, Breakwall Smokehouse. It's a phenomenal place. Like I said, I'm probably here more than I should be. If my wife is watching this, I apologize. But listen, it's a great spot. We order out from here a lot. We do Uber Eats from here a lot. It's a great spot. And Shane's my mate. I love the guy. And Shane, I'm very happy for all your success,
Cheers, brother.
mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
All right.